Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Demon Slayer's box office domination.
Woohoo!
Demon Slayer did way better over here in the US than I think anybody thought it was going to.
Oh, I knew it kicked butt.
We went to go see it opening weekend because we thought it was only going to be in the theaters for a week.
It was supposed to only be limited run for it was about a week. But it's still in the theaters!
It is still in the theaters through May 20th at least here on Fandango, playing in Pittsburgh. So I have no idea how long it's going to play, but they're closing in on Raya and The Last Dragon at the box office. It's making so much money that it's going to make Raya look even worse. Raya did not perform very well.
Now, to be fair, though, Raya was released on the Disney Premier Access, and we're never going to know what the numbers were. We'll know what Disney will say the numbers were, but if they even say them. But that doesn't actually mean that that's actually the numbers, because they're not going to show proof of that number.
Yeah, Disney, they don't report their Disney Plus numbers now. They basically are throwing it in your face. Like, we don't have to tell you nothing. Just believe us that Disney Plus made a bunch of money.
Let the mouse lie.
Would Mickey lie to you? Mickey never lies. So we're going to talk about this phenomenon, which I think is going to open the floodgates for a lot of other stuff that maybe wouldn't have made its way over to the States.
And one can only hope.
Yeah, more anime. Hopefully they learn not to censor it.
Well, I was going to say, what will happen is this stuff will come over and do better than what Hollywood's putting out. And maybe Hollywood will understand that, hey, maybe you should be open to new things.
No, that's not their takeaway.
No, they'll be like, how do we cancel this and say it's safe?
Yes,
racist?
That's exactly what's happened. That's what's going on.
How do we paint all these people as istophobes so we can cancel them?
Oh my god, all this Japanese manga is too white. Look at all those white people. That's what they're going to do, yeah, right? All right, so we're going to talk about this. Before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 188,000 subs. We do talk about pop culture, talk about animation, talk about anime every day.
We talk about a lot of things. Things we like. Mostly things that we care about.
Yeah, we do. So if we get a little testy on the stream sometime on these videos, it's because we actually care about the stuff we're talking about.
Things to do better. We want people to do better. We want studios to do better. We want to see new things and people getting the opportunity to tell new stories. Continue.
So Demon Slayer closing in on Raya at the box office from Cartoon Brew. Another week, another dollop of good news for Demon Slayer. The anime sensation has added another $3 million in its third weekend in North America.
No, it's in limited theaters to begin with.
It's like 1,600 theaters or something.
So I think it's like limited on the theaters. I think even probably in comparison to Raya. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm sure they got a wider release.
Mm-hmm.
And other movies they've been beating had wider releases for the most part.
Yeah, they were comparing it to Mortal Kombat. They were putting it up against Mortal Kombat, but that was not a fair comparison because Mortal Kombat was in like almost twice as many theaters.
Well, that and to be fair, it was on HBO Max, so you know it wasn't. It's hard to compare those at this point in time because we don't have all the information. If I'm going to be completely fair, but Demon Slayer's still better because I say so.
During these unprecedented times.
Oh my god, I haven't heard that for a while though. Have you heard that for a while? I haven't heard that in a while. No,
because these unprecedented times have been going on for a year and a half. So they're totally
pretty precedented.
They're precedented. So they're closing in on $40 million US. Demon Slayer Mugen Train, to give the film its full title, came second this weekend behind Wrath of Man.
Don't even know what the hell Wrath of Man is, so that's not necessarily a good thing.
It's now within touching distance of Raya and the Last Dragon, which earned $1.72 million in its 10th weekend for a total of $43 million 10 weeks.
Okay, but when you probably compare them for full run, I'm sure Demon Slayer kicks Raya's ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's unheard of for an R-rated foreign language anime title to be almost neck and neck with a Disney release. Of course, box office numbers don't paint the full picture. Raya was simultaneously released on Disney Plus for a $30 premium fee, and Disney has not disclosed the film's gross.
And if they do, they're not going to back it up with actual. You can see it. This trust me, I said so.
Yeah.
You know.
So Raya and the Last Dragon stumbling with a mere 26 million. Global.
Oh, Demon Slayer already kicked their butts.
Yeah, it's not even close. I mean, you throw in Japan, it's the highest grossing movie of all time in Japan. Mm-hmm. That's
just one country. It's been kicking all kinds of butts globally.
Yep, it doesn't detract from Mugen Train's remarkable performance on these shores, which echoes its record-smashing run in Japan, where it became the highest grossing film of all time. North America is the third biggest anime grosser ever behind Pokemon, the first movie, and Pokemon 2000, which is the second movie. It's also the sixth highest grossing foreign language release of all time, having overtaken Pan's Labyrinth. And again, this is an R-rated cartoon.
Right.
An R-rated cartoon.
Or in Japan, kids, actually idolize the character more than they idolize their parents, their teachers.
Yeah, it was at Tanjiro. They said that it was actually more of an inspiration to kids in Japan. Now, the only reason Demon Slayer is rated R is because of the gore. There's nothing like raunchy or anything in it. It's, I don't
know. The flesh train.
The flesh train. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can feel you all up inside me.
It was a little
Stop
bit.
poking me with your sword.
We were trying not to laugh. Oh my god! And our daughter was there with her friend, and there's Kneon and I, and we're just losing it in the theater. Anyway.
It's a train made of meat. Yeah, so it's releasing digitally on June 22nd. It was only supposed to be out for a week, I believe.
I knew it was limited. It was like a week or 10 days. And that's why we hurried up and made sure we got tickets to go the very first day. And even then, in a little town, I was surprised they had it in the theater in the little town near ours, because it's tiny. Yeah. But the theater was quite full.
It was. It was really surprising. Most of the people that were there, and it opened the same weekend as Mortal Kombat, they were there for Demon Slayer.
Yeah, we kept seeing them come in, and we're like, oh, they must be going to Mortal Kombat. No. They were all coming to Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
I also want to point out that there were men and women in the theater. It wasn't just like, because sometimes they try to say, oh, it leans one way or the other more with the audience. Nope. There was probably as many girls as there were guys in that theater.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was cool to see, because I know when I took Squid King to go see Shin Godzilla, that was another limited release. There really weren't a lot of people, and that was actually in Pittsburgh.
That was by Pittsburgh, yeah.
That was at Pittsburgh Mills, and we had to go all the way into Pittsburgh to go see Godzilla, and there's maybe 3 or 4 other people in the theater. And it was like, it wasn't a main screen either. It was like their leftover, whatever. It was like off the beaten path.
This was their main screening. Yeah. I think it was one of their main. I think it is their main screening.
Main theater. It was the same one that Sonic was on. So that's the cool theater.
Yeah, it was their main one. They put it in, and it was quite a few people. And we thought, well, okay, well, it'll only run for a week or whatever. It's still going.
It's still going. This is crazy. It's now this is coming from comicbook.com a couple of days ago. So they've been talking about this. This is a couple days ago. Crunchyroll put this out, that Demon Slayer became the first Japanese film in history to make 50 billion yen at the worldwide box office. Yeah,
compare that again to Raya.
So, well, I was the opening weekend, but yeah, it's U.S. for, oh my God, wait, is that right? Yeah. The film currently stands at 50.15 billion yen worldwide. So we're talking almost $500,000.
Or $500 million.
$500 million. $500 million.
To put it in, perspective, if it was like the Marvel films were like $1 billion.
Yeah.
It's halfway to what they made for a Japanese animated movie. That actually you have to watch the show to understand. Yeah,
so that's what's kind of weird about it too, is this is not a standalone movie. Like, I would expect this maybe from like a Ghibli movie. This movie literally is like season 1.5. Or like a couple episodes, tacked on.
It is. It's like another section of a season.
Yeah, you have to have seen the series to understand what the hell is going on. There's like no recap really. It's just like they drop you into it and they just assume that you've seen the series and it hasn't phased. Because usually movies like that, they tend to weed out a bunch of people. Like I know X-Files, they did, Fight the Future. I think it was where you had to have seen seasons 1. I think it was like between the 5th and 6th season. I don't remember. But like you had to have seen the show to understand what the hell was going on in the movie, which it did really well, but it was like it filtered out a lot of people.
I drugged my parents to that movie.
Oh, you did?
And they hadn't watched the show really, and they didn't care. But they were so sweet and took me anyway.
So
thanks, Mom and Dad.
So my grandparents took me to go see Transformers the movie when I was little. And we went to go see Transformers the movie, and there were like two other people in the theater, actually. It was another grandma and her kid, and I think it was a matinee. And it was one of those things where, like, yeah, you had to have seen the cartoon show. But even if you'd seen the cartoon show, it jumped ahead 20 years in time and introduced all new characters and, like, killed everybody. It'd be like going to see the Pokemon movie, and within the first 10 minutes, Ash and Pikachu get shot in the head. And they bring in a new trainer and a new Pokemon and say, here you go. This is what the rest of the movie is going to be like. But they fell asleep. We went to go see it.
That doesn't surprise me. Your grandparents would have.
They fell asleep. I remember.
It wasn't really their type of film. I mean, it wasn't Sling Blade and Misery, which was each of their favorite films.
But Unicron's eating robot children. I mean, that should have been right up their alley, but they had no idea what was going on. They're like, something, cars and robots and rock and roll music, and I have no idea. But it was weird because when we got to the one part, and I thought for years, that was crazy. So they swear in Transformers movie a couple times, and you get the one part with Spike, and he's like, "Oh shit, didn't even dent it," with Unicron. He said shit. Well, they cut it out of the home release. So I saw it in the theater when I was pretty young, and then I watched it a couple of years later on VHS, and they cut the swearing out, and I'm like, I know I'm not crazy. I know he swore, because I remember that grandmother took her kid out of the movie. So they're, shooting robots, killing robots, ripping each other apart, shark to come, whatever. And we get to the part with swearing, because there's one swear word. She gasps really loud and takes a kid by the hand, walks out of the theater. Like, how dare there be a swear word in this wholesome kid cartoon where they're freaking killing each other and eating each other. And I knew it was there, and by God, it wasn't until it came out on DVD. I'm like, I know I'm not crazy. There it is. There's a swear word. I knew Spike said shit.
Okay, we have to... Let's talk about Demon Slayer.
They don't say shit in Demon Slayer.
I don't think so either. They're above that.
No, there's just lots of blood and flesh trains.
Mm-hmm. Tentacles.
Tentacles, yeah. But yeah, this is just batshit crazy. Yeah, Taiwan. It was making money in Taiwan. Outside Japan... North America is the second largest box office for a film. That totally makes sense. South Korea, they're watching it. I mean, we're talking $500 million on a 2D.
And this is like a much limited, I mean, not in Japan, obviously, but like a lot of other countries, it's not going to get the big release that an Avengers film would get or a Star Wars film would get. And it's halfway to their box office with being limited. I will be interested to see, but they probably won't let us know those numbers, what the digital numbers are going to be, because it's going to release digitally on June 22nd. And a lot of people still don't feel comfortable going to the theaters. So they're going to probably get, where, you had like with Raya and the Last Dragon and Mortal Kombat, they had options that were digital options. And we don't know those numbers, but those numbers are going to tie into it. So they're like, well, in limited theaters, but you have to remember they had digital release. Well, they're getting digital release too. And a lot of people will probably buy it then.
Yeah, I was actually going to try to pre-order it on Vudu or wherever it's available.
Oh, yeah, we're going to buy it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to buy it. It was a kick-ass movie. Again, the only complaint I have about it, and it's not even a complaint, it's just kind of a warning for people, is if you didn't watch the first season, you're not going to know what the hell is going on.
But you can go watch it now, actually. Yeah. And they have, I think they have 3 videos that are recaps. There's 3 arcs in the first season, 3 major story arcs. They have a recap for each of those arcs. And those story arcs, I believe that you can get a synopsis of them are on Funimation.
Yeah, so check it out. Check out Demon Slayer. There's nothing else like it on the planet right now.
Just the visuals. The patterns and the stuff, it's very, very stunning visually. And I love it. It's just really, cool to watch.
Well, UFO Table's like one of the best animation studios out there, too. And I love, one thing you don't see is when they do close-ups on the characters, how they have the line weighting so it looks like, manga panels.
Yes,
which
you don't see that anymore.
Really, really cool. Visually stunning movie. Check it out for sure. I have no doubt it's going to beat Raya. No doubt whatsoever.
Get out there to watch it to make sure we beat Raya.
Yeah, I got to beat Raya.
I haven't even seen Raya, honestly.
I have no desire.
Here's the kicker. Things I would have not normally would have loved to have watched. The desire is gone. And that was one I thought I might want to watch. But because I just can't muster up enough give a crap, because I'm so tired of the politics and bullshit, going on, because we cover Disney, that when I see these things, by the time it comes out, I don't care anymore.
You're disinterested.
I'm disinterested. Yes, but I would watch this 100 times. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like, that spark is gone. It's disimpotence.
I think, and meanwhile, Disney's trying to do something with Star Wars where they're bringing in manga and anime artists to try to cash in on that movement. Yeah. But I'd much rather watch these kind of shows or other anime type shows than I would anymore some of the Disney stuff. And it's not. It's just I just don't care because I've been so desensitized to it from all the crap that makes me like that I don't even care. And I feel sad about that because I used to be at every release. I was always right there. and it kind of makes me sad. I'll try to get some more give a shit here soon.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Like the last couple of Disney, like I really wanted to watch Soul, and I still haven't watched Soul yet.
I haven't watched anything since. I haven't even watched Onward.
Yeah, and like normally I would be all about these movies, but I'm so...
We'd always go to the theater to see them.
Yeah, so burnt out on Disney at this point because of all the bullshit going on.
Or as soon as you get like, okay, I'm going to go watch that, they do something else, and then you're like, I don't want to. I'd rather go watch something like this, but at least now I'm going to get a cool story. It's going to be exciting. I know I'm going to be entertained and not be edutained. And even edutained's pushing it.
Well, Netflix, I mean, right now, I would say the really good animation, the really groundbreaking animation is all going on Netflix and HBO Max. Mm-hmm. You know, like I don't really have any interest in anything Disney's doing. All their people are leaving too. They're all going working for other studios, you know?
So, well, anyway, go check out Demon Slayer if you get the chance. If you do not have the chance, it is coming to digital on the 22nd of June. You may also watch the entire first season or the 3 recaps on Funimation. I'm kind of curious to see where this goes, but I don't think we'll ever get a straight answer with digital numbers.
We will never get a straight answer.
So,
I'm going to wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.